Bison fans, welcome to a special interview here with New York Rangers legend Adam Graves. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we can reminisce on your time with the New York Rangers.
A long time ago, but anytime we can talk hockey, it's always fun, and certainly being here for such an important game for the Bisons and playoff push, it's always great being in a rink that people are hungry for a win.
Well, being hungry for wins, your tenure with the New York Rangers, you guys were certainly hungry, especially in 1994. What was it like winning not only a Stanley Cup, but your second Stanley Cup with the red, white, and blue?
Well, so often in life, as you know, it's about being in the right place at the right time and being surrounded by great players. And I think that it's no different than just watching that Four Nations Cup that just took place, where you see all those great players on the ice at once. And when your best players are at the top of their game, and back in those days, it was Mark Messier and Brian Leetch and Mike Richter, who I said was as big a big game goalie as there was and has ever been. So when you're playing with players like that, and then it takes 23 guys, your entire lineup, and it's never easy. And whether it was New Jersey going to 7 games, overtime, playing against the Vancouver Canucks in the finals, being up 3-1, them coming back, it's never easy. But that's what makes it so enjoyable and so much fun. And certainly you win not only just as a team, but as a city. And New York is such a special place to play.
Well, you named some names there. Even Brian Leetch, Stefan Matteau too. Do you guys still keep in contact? How is the Rangers alumni?
It's fantastic. And in fact, I saw Brian, I always kid, I say I'm the president of the Brian Leetch fan club. He was, I remember playing against him for the first time when we were in under 18. I was playing for Team Canada. He was on the Team US. And it was a 2-game series. We beat him both pretty handily in that particular tournament, and they handled us in other tournaments. But in that tournament was a 2-game and the lopsided scores. But when Canada didn't have the puck, Brian Leetch had the puck, and he was easily the best player on the ice. Yeah. And I kid and tell people that story all the time. But my wife and I saw Brian and his wife, Mary Beth, there last week in Boston.
Okay.
Because they're up there seeing the Rangers play. And we have a really strong alumni group, and we stick together. And it's not just from our team, it's generational, and that's the gift of being a Ranger and being part of the team, that you always have that connection, and you meet so many people from other generations, and that's what's been so special. And people that are no longer with us, like Rod Gilbert, one of my dearest friends and someone that I looked up to and admired, but that's the gift of the game.
Well, I want to touch on one last question here, and more focused on the Bloomington Bison and minor league hockey in general. We're affiliated with the New York Rangers, which is why you're here. And a guy who's played minor league hockey in his past, how much emphasis and how much importance is it to go through the minors and then eventually get to the NHL and be a perennial NHL player?
Well, this is where, and I can remember going, as I talked to you in the early 2000s, going down to Greenville to see some of our players. The same affiliation, the Everblades down in Florida. I've been to some of the hockey. The level of hockey has just gone to a completely different level. And I can remember back in the day, started with the Red Wings, and I played in Adirondack, which is Glens Falls, which is now in the ECHL as well.
Right.
And for me, those are some of the most special memories I have playing hockey. And I know you're fighting for a playoff spot to get in and try to win the Kelly Cup. I was lucky enough to win the Calder Cup, which was the American League Championship. And that was one of my most special memories of playing hockey. I'm 57 years old now. I still play. I've played for 52 years, but those particular games and playing in that playoff run, playing for Bill Dineen with the Adirondack Red Wings, are just special memories that I hold dear, near and dear to my heart.
All right, that's Adam Graves. Thanks a lot for your time and reminiscing with us.
Well, it's great to be here.
All right, fans, hope you enjoyed. We'll talk to everybody soon.